Pollution, habitat loss, and overfishing are, for me, the three main factors that influence the health of the oceans. And it's a very hard issue to get people's mind around, to change an attitude. You can't just harvest unlimited. You can't just pollute unlimited and still expect the same amount of fish and healthy fish on your plate. If you're eating a lot of fish and you throw a lot of heavy metals in there, you're polluting yourself, you're polluting your kids, you're polluting the next generation. So that is a real concern.
Depletion of many of the marine resources. You know, like when I look up at Cayucit and looking at what the sea otter has done to their marine resources, you know, that's a form of devastation that most of us don't view it as that. You know, we view it as, oh, we're helping to replenish these little critters. But a lot of people don't realize the harm that it's caused. And you know, that is of great concern to me.
Well, there's a lot of issues that I'm concerned about, and the ocean and marine environment are the big half of it, but the other half is the habitat and the area that we have control of. The areas, our streams and creeks and our local valley and area and watersheds, we have some control over those. The ocean itself, we have difficulty overcoming climate change and acidification and all the other stuff that are big concerns, but we can affect the other half of the equation.
Well, I come from an aquaculture background. I used to work in that industry, and I think that it needs to change. They need to move on to land and stop having such a strong impact on the wild stocks.
When we see this happening in the Gulf of Mexico, disaster with no plan in place, who would ever think that would happen in this day and age? So, you know, we really have to be aware of what we're doing, because once you destroy it, you'll never bring it back.
I'm concerned about, you know, the way we manage fish, the way we treat the ocean environment, how, you know, we're doing as far as taking care of the ocean, and really right now how we're doing as far as understanding what's going on in the ocean, because I think we've really found in the last 10 years or so our understanding of what is happening in the ocean is so limited. We've been so surprised, and just an example of it is the lack of return of Fraser sockeye this last year. You know, that caught everybody by surprise. There are things going on out there in the ocean, we have no idea what's happening.
The whole issue to me is the salmon species in general as a population. There is a great concern because there's still too many people trying to kill too many fish and not enough in the system. Therefore, that's why we keep on finding that our salmon stocks are going downhill continuously, and that people haven't taken the consideration yet that one of these days they may become a redundant species if we keep going the way we are.
Yes, it's the attitude that the ocean is the biggest garbage dump in the world, which I've heard people say on fish boats when you ask them, why are you tossing that? Oh, don't worry, it's the biggest garbage can in the world.
My greatest concern around the ocean is the cumulative impact of man's impact on the ocean. You know, we continually use it as our dumping ground for garbage. We continually have effluent wastewater and pesticides draining from the land into the ocean. And I think my biggest concern is the cumulative impact that we will have on the ocean. And we're starting to see that, I think, in some declining productivity in phytoplankton and krill, and up the trophic levels a little bit in terms of, say, herring or ulakan on the northwest coast, or salmon in our region.